Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you 5 different text animation effects using masking in Adobe Animate. We have done several different text animation before. I will make a link for those videos in my description. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel, hit the like button, and set the alarm for my latest video. Then let's get started. Okay, first, let me show you what we're going to make today. The 5 masking text effects. So this is the first one, the drought with the dry images behind. So it's a masked image and the color is changing. And the second one with the shape tween. So rainbow text is masked and then also in behind. The rainbow color is shape tweened. And the third one, the images behind. Arches National Park, side by side. And then on the fourth one, I call this a James Bond effect, also using the masking effect. The last one, using the shape hint. It's pretty cool. Okay, so first, go to the Adobe Animate. This is my completed file. You can download the images file from the link I provided in my description. So let me create a new file. The size is going to be 640 by 480, 30 frame rate, and HTML5 canvas. Create it. And go to File, Import the image to the stage, dry.jpg. This is the first one we're going to use. So in order to change the color, the first thing is I need to convert this as a movie clip symbol. So choose your image. In your properties panel, here, you see that this button, convert to symbol button, or you can go to modify or convert to symbol. Either way is fine. So I'm going to use this one, convert to symbol. Make sure the type is supposed to be movie clip. So as a movie clip, let me rename it as just a dry. Okay, now highlight the other frame number 30, which is the 1 second mark, and insert the keyframe. You can insert the keyframe from here or under insert menu, timeline, keyframe. Either way is fine. Keep pressing this keyframe. I'm going to insert another keyframe on 2 second mark. Okay, then now select the middle one. Click on your image. So I'm highlighting the frame number 30, which is the 1 second mark, and make sure you click your image, the movie clip symbol on your stage directly here. Now in your properties panel, you're going to see the color effect drop down menu. We've been using alpha before. Let me try this at the advanced. You can control the other RGB value by moving this. See? So maybe something like this. And see what happens. Nothing's happening yet. So now I need to apply the other tween. So select any frame between the first keyframe and the second keyframe. Any frame is fine. Hold down the control key or right click and choose the classic tween. I'll do the same thing. Between the second and the third keyframe, hold down the control or right click and create classic tween. So this will happen like that. Now add a new layer on top. On this new layer, let me type drought. Your typographic choice, I'm going to choose something bold and heavy typeface so we can view the image in the masked area. I mean, the text area. The color doesn't matter. Anyway, we're not going to see the color. Then let me change the size using my free transform tool. About that size. Something a little bit bigger. Okay. So we're almost there. Now select the top layer, hold down the control or right click, click on this, the layers icon here, click, choose the mask. and this happens. Let me test this on my web browser. Under Controls menu, test movie in browser. So it keeps looping. Okay, so the first one is done. Now the second one is this rainbow with the shape tween color behind. Back to Animate. I'm gonna make a new file again. So all the same settings, 640 by 480, 30 frame rate, and HTML5 canvas. Create it. And then the first thing is, I'm gonna draw the color spectrum thing. So let me choose my rectangle tool and no stroke color, and the fill color, I'm gonna choose this rainbow gradient. And let me draw one rectangle like that. Okay. All right. Then highlight the first keyframe. Highlight the 1 second mark and insert the keyframe. And 2 second mark, insert the keyframe. So nothing's happening yet. Okay. And then select any frame in between the first and the second keyframe. Hold down the Control key or right click. This time choose the shape tween. Choose any frame between the second and the third frame. Hold down the Control or right click. Choose the shape tween. So nothing's happening yet. We're gonna change the value, the color value on the second keyframe only, this middle one. So click on make sure that your playhead on your second keyframe. Now to open the color palette, it will show you all the color info. So you see that? What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna just change the order of this color. Just like that. I'm not adding the new color now. So you go there, just like that. Okay, now see what happens. See? This happens. Okay, now let me add new layer on top. Let me type a word, rainbow. Any color. The color really doesn't matter in masking. Okay, and then using my free transform tool, I'm gonna make it bigger. Just like that. Then, same thing. Highlight the top layer, hold down the Control or right click, and choose the mask. So this happens. Let me test the movie on web browser. Test the movie in browser. See? It is working. There we go. Okay, and the next is, the third one was, yes, Arches National Park with the more text and then the images kind of panning. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, back to Animate, let me create a new file. 640 by 480, 30 frame rate, HTML5 canvas. Create it. And let me import to the stage the Arches National Park JPEG file first. Let me zoom out. This is quite big image. See? And I'm gonna place it there, maybe there. Okay. Maybe a little up. Okay. So I placed in my image on the left side of the stage. So first thing is, let me insert my first keyframe on 2 second mark. Insert the keyframe. I'm gonna insert another keyframe on 4 second mark. Like that. And then on 2 second mark, the second keyframe, I'm gonna move the image to the left. So it is, yeah, on this side. Then this time, place your mouse cursor somewhere in between first and the second keyframe. Hold down the Control key or right click, insert the classic tween. Same thing. Between the second and the third keyframe, any frame's fine. Hold down the Control or right click and insert classic tween, create classic tween. So eventually this will happen. See? Okay, now let me zoom out just to make it fit. You see that your stage outline? So that's where we're gonna work. I'm gonna make it slightly smaller. Okay, see? And let me add a new layer on top. I'm gonna type the word Arches National. Always heavier border typeface works better. Let me make it bigger or even bigger so it almost fits. Okay, then now we can apply just masking as we did, but this time since I have 3 lines, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break a line. It is safer way. So select your text under modify, break apart, and break apart one more time. So this is an image now. Now select the top layer, hold down the Control key or right click on your top layer's icon and the mask. See? That's pretty cool. Let me test it in web browser. Control, test movie in browser. See, Arches National Park. So we may use that for kind of some kind of intro movie or just a web banner for the Arches National Park website. Okay, so this is done. And the next one is the James Bond effect, this one. So let me go back to Adobe Animate. I'm going to create a new file. All the same settings, 640 by 480, 30 frame rate, HTML5 canvas. Create it. So first the thing is, I'm going to type the word James Bond 007. Okay, and let me make it a little bit bigger, about that size, just good. And then this first one, I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna change the color to very light gray, just like this. Okay, then let me copy this text. I'm gonna add a new layer on top. So this is a new layer, and then on this new layer, let me paste that copied text in place. I'm gonna change the color to black or any color. So we have 2 layers. The first top one, I have a James Bond black text, and the bottom one, I have a light gray one. Okay, then make a new layer on top. This time I'm gonna draw a circle bigger than the James Bond text. And the color of this circle really doesn't matter. Any color is fine. Any color is fine, really doesn't matter. So from here, let me insert the keyframe on 2-second mark, keyframe, and 4-second mark, keyframe. On 2-second mark, let me move this circle to the other side. I'm holding down the Shift key and drag it, just like that. So I changed the position of this circle on the second keyframe only. Now select any frame in between, first and the second keyframe, hold down the Control or right click, and classic tween. I'll do the same thing. Choose any frame between the second and then a 4-second mark. Control or right click and classic tween. So this is happening. Okay. Now I need to keep those two text from 1 to 4-second mark, 0 to 4-second mark. So select, hold down the shift key, select those two frames, 4-second mark on the bottom two text layers. Now this time choose not the keyframe, just the frame. Okay. So bottom layer, let me hide that top two. I have this, the light gray one. Okay. So now select the top layer, hold down the control or right click on this, the top layers, and then choose the mask. That's it. See? You may imagine the James Bond, the famous intro music. Okay, so let me test it in browser. James Bond. Okay, like a flashlight. The last one, the fifth effect is the water with the shape hint effect behind. So it's pretty cool. So let's do that. Let me create a new document, file, new. So same, all the same, 640 by 480, 30 frame rate in HTML5 canvas. Create it. Okay, so first thing is, please type the word water. Oops, water. Text color really doesn't matter. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger using my free transform tool. Again, always bolder, heavier typeface works better, and sans serif typeface like this. So I'm using the impact, but maybe Arial black or Helvetica bold. You can use anything you like. Okay, now just keep it as it is. I'm gonna make this window a little bit smaller. Maybe 50%. Okay, and then before we do that, select your text and then break apart. This is safer when masking, when we are doing masking. So modify, break apart, and one more time, break apart. Okay, that's good. Let's create a new layer. This new layer, please place it to the bottom. So hold down your, keep pressing your mouse button and drag it, just like this. And then in here, let me draw a new rectangle in the color I'm going to use blue fill, and I don't want to have a stroke, so no stroke. So and then on the size is going to be a little bit taller and then twice wider, maybe about this size. It's okay, just like this. And then place this on the bottom. You know what, I'm gonna make it a little bit taller. That's gonna be better. Okay, somewhere there. And then before we do it, select the new rectangle, and then in your properties panel, choose convert to symbol button, convert to symbol. I'm gonna name it as a wave, as a movie clip. Make sure it has to be movie clip type. Okay. Then, see, we are in the scene number 1 here. Now double click this new movie clip symbol. By double clicking, see that? We're in wave movie clip symbols editing window. Now we're gonna do something. Choose your plus pen tool, the add anchor point tool, and then add anchor point in the middle, and the middle, middle, 3 more, just like that. Okay, now switch your tool to a selection tool and place your mouse cursor, see that, on the border, and you see the little arc. Keep pressing and push up and down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. Okay. So from here, make sure we are still working on this wave movie clip symbols editing window, not in the main scene. Now select the 2-second mark. This time insert, keep pressing this button, insert the keyframe. And select any frame in between, hold down the control, click or right click, and then create shape tween this time. So nothing's happening yet. Okay, now we're gonna make some change by using the shape hint. Place your playhead on the very first keyframe, then go to modify, shape, and add shape hint. You see this? Shape hint A, place it on top left. I'm gonna add 3 more, shape hint. So you better memorize that shortcut, Command Shift H. This is shape hint B on the bottom left. Let me use the shortcut. Command Shift H, C on the bottom right, Command Shift H, D on the top right. Okay, now on 2-second mark here, you see the shape hint we made, D on top right, C on the bottom right, shape hint B is on the bottom left, A is on top left. Still nothing's happening yet. Okay, now on my first keyframe, I'm gonna insert another shape hint. Command Shift H, shape hint E. I'm gonna place it on this top. On my second 2-second mark, the shape hint E, I'm gonna place it on this bottom here. And here's the magic. Play it. See? This happens. Okay, now let me go back to main scene. Okay, I'm gonna place it a little bit under like that. Okay, then let me highlight the 2-second mark. I'm gonna insert the keyframe on 2-second mark, and let me hold down the control, click anywhere in between or right click, classic tween. And the problem is that my water text is gone. So on 2-second mark, I need to extend it. 2-second mark, keep pressing, choose the frame so I can have the text. So this happens. On 2-second mark, let me move this wave to the top right, like that, somewhere there. So this will happen. Okay, so it looks kind of silly. Okay, then we're almost there. Select the top layer, hold down the control, click or right click, and choose the mask. Watch. Isn't it cool? It happens like this. Okay, let me test it. Control test movie in my browser. But it keeps looping so quick. So I want to make it stay maybe a little longer. So what I'm gonna do is, after 2-second mark, I want to make it stay maybe 2 more seconds. So on 4-second mark, highlight the 4 and the 4-second mark, insert keyframe, and the text, insert just a frame, and watch. Control, test the movie in browser. 1, 2. Okay. So maybe you can use this for any kind of water or liquid related the graphics. Okay, so that's it. So we did the other 5 things. Changing the color information of the image, and then a shape tweening with the rainbow color spectrum, and then the panning images behind, and James Bond effect, and then using the shape hint like this. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and you can use it for your future project. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.